Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the complete vining page. This is where you're going to enter all the activity you do on any given day, and here's where you're going to set the vineyard, the block, the vines, and then the actions that are relevant to the vineyard, block, or vines that you have selected. And one of the things that I did, or I'd suggest when setting this up, is that we'll go ahead and select my vineyard from before, and I didn't do it on this for the block, but you can create a block just like front yard or backyard that's all, and essentially what that would do would be allow you to say everything in your vineyard basically is covered. So you're doing all blocks and all vines in those blocks. So that would be one, but in this case we'll go ahead and just select front yard, and then vines, you'll see I did one as an example here, and you can go ahead and do that. And we'll go ahead and select it, what the heck. Now here's where you can capture things like irrigation, treatments, pruning, the weather info, and any given notes, and then again for attachments. But this I'll probably use sparingly, as we can only have a 2 gigabyte limit, so I don't want to add pictures over years of time. But I can always archive databases as well and keep past years. So what we'll do is go through these sections. I set up the irrigation. We have drip, spray, low flow, and then you can set the time. So in this case, right now, I just have a hose until I get my irrigation set, and we'll just say I did it for all the vines for 5 minutes. And I could add multiple records if I wanted to. Let's say I did it a few times during the day. But for the most part, you're typically going to probably just have one record. Let's say today was partly cloudy. It was about 71 degrees, and there wasn't any precipitation, but I'll go ahead and check the drop down. I just put several different precipitation types that might be relevant in here. In this case, though, we'll just keep it NA because it didn't rain. Treatments. Got several, or a couple options here. We got soil amendment or pest control. It's easy enough to add additional treatments if need be. And then you can put the specific description or name of the treatment. So we'll go ahead and just say, let's say we're going to do some fertilizer. That's 10-10-10. And let's say we do 4 tablespoons for each vine. Now this would be applied to every vine in that front yard block that we designated. And we could even do, let's say we did pest control, and let's say we said some stylet oil, and the amount, I don't know what a valid value would be for that, so I haven't added it yet. I'll probably do it next year. Anyways, for pruning, we have cluster thinning, dormant shoot, and the shoot thinning is really kind of what I would call summer pruning or green pruning that may be done when you're initially training a vine. Cluster thinning, obviously, and then your annual dormant pruning, where you cut it back, and then you can set the amounts and the formula that you use and the number of buds that you retain just on record. And then again over here you'd write notes, and this is the area notes regarding the day. So things like how you incorporated the stylet oil, let's say, or things that you might have done differently. Okay, so the next area is the attachments. It works the same way as before. You just click on it, or double click on it, and open it up, and you can add attachments from various locations, and they'll be stored there. Then you could go ahead and add another record, and once you're done for the day, you go ahead and close.